Under the sea, it's Ruby Gillman. She's a teenage Kraken. Do we even care, Christy?
We do care because it's summer and we're here for you for all of the family-friendly animated movies. This is why you've got to subscribe to us here because we're going to take care of Ruby Kraken. We're going to take care of Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken for you, whether you want to see it or not. We're here. We did.
I feel like a freak. Ow! I just want to be Ruby Gillman, normal teenager.
Ugh, boo. Where's the fun in that?
This is a story of a teenage girl named Ruby who lives with her.
This is the story of a girl.
It is. Who used to live in the ocean, but now she's on dry land. She lives with her parents in this idyllic little seaside town, and she is secretly a Kraken and has to live near the water to be moist, but can't go in the ocean or else she'll turn into a monster again. Prom is coming. She's got a crush. This new girl shows up who has fantastic hair and is very conceited. She ends up falling into the water, and lo and behold, she's got incredible powers, and she turns into this giant sea monster and realizes that her mom has been lying to her all this time, and then has to figure out who she truly is. This has a lot of Turning Red in it. This has a lot of Luca in it. This has a lot of The Incredibles in it, in that they are a family that is hiding who they really are. And there is an angsty teenager and a really hyperactive little boy. It's this fantastic voice cast. Lana Condor from the To All the Boys movies is the Ruby Gillman character, and Toni Collette is her mom, and Jane Fonda is having a blast, tearing it up as Grandmama, the Queen of the Sea, or Kraken Nation. Anyway, she's a queen of her part of the sea.
Yes.
And Colman Domingo is the dad, like it's this embarrassment of riches in the voice cast.
Yeah, Sam Richardson.
Some of the colors are very pretty and it's very lively. I think this is for extremely little kids only because it's just really colorful and bright and lively. And anybody else seeing this will see how derivative it is and see how like the thing that's supposed to be the big twist with a character is incredibly obvious from the word go. So I was amused here and there, but more often found it kind of annoying, kind of irritating because the dialogue is so like Disney Channel level, precocious, cheeky in a way that's kind of grating.
Dullness is the major factor here. I sat through most of this being like, because again, I get it. There are only 7 plots, like movies borrow from each other all the time, but this one is so cobbled together from pieces that we know so well and have seen done in such a better way. Like the character design, I like the color palette. Like there's fun stuff to look at here. And even the story itself, the parts that aren't totally cribbed aren't really explained very well either. Like there's a whole thing about how the mother, the Toni Collette character, had been this like amazing Kraken warrior, but then she decided that she wanted to raise her family in safety and take them to dry land. Why? It's never really explained. It's a very big thing. So like just a lot of stuff that they don't even bother to kind of fill in the gaps. That said, it is 90 minutes, but which is a blessing. But as any editor will tell you, sometimes you have to make a movie longer to make it seem shorter, and so I think the missing kind of plot and character things here make this movie drag more than it should. There is a terrific cast. Of course, I will applaud them for the fact that one of Ruby's, coterie of pals is a lesbian, and it's a very like no big thing. She's taken a girl to prom, whatever. It's not like anything that anybody needs to freak out about. But I just wish all that were happening in a better movie because, if this felt like the parts of Turning Red and Luca that it's like, well, boy, reminded me how much I really enjoyed both of those movies, but I was not having much fun with this one.
Right, and wish I could have seen Turning Red in the theater. This reminded me of like,
Luca.
Turning Red was so cool and so beautiful and so fun and like emotional.
Yeah.
And this never achieves either that level of fun or that level of emotion in the intergenerational tension I think it's going for. Like the misunderstanding between mothers and daughters and how fraught that relationship can be. I liked a lot of the production design. Like a lot of the houses on this like seaside, like hillside town are these really cool like triangles.
Yeah.
Like it's really funky, like minimalist, modernist architectural design. So some of that's kind of cool. They play an entire Yeah Yeah Yeahs song. If you stick around throughout the entire movie, the big climactic scene, they're playing Burning by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. So that's a plus, of course. I brought Nick because he really likes DreamWorks animation and thought it would be cool, and he thought it was kind of boring. So he's 13, almost 14, and so like I think for kids that age, like it's too simple for them at this point.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's a high school movie that it works best if you have not gotten to high school yet. But yeah, you're right though. Like I think DreamWorks animation, generally speaking, is better than this. The Dragon movies, the Kung Fu Panda movies, even like the Croods, like these are, better, smarter, cooler movies. Like maybe not the Trolls, but I love Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I think not enough people give that movie the credit it deserves. But yeah, this is not one of their better efforts.
So what's your number?
We said a 2.5.
Ooh, that's really low.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
Because it gave me enough time to sit there actively bored to be like, what the fuck is this? It was making me mad because it was like I saw the trailer and I thought, well, this has the promise to be fun, and Jane Fonda's having a blast, but that's it. Like that and some okay production design, but like I need more than that.
Yeah, I will say like a 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah. I kept thinking about all the different kinds of movies I would rather have seen Jane Fonda and Toni Collette and Colman Domingo do.
Oh, sure.
It's not this.
Yes, for sure.
It's out in theaters this weekend.